Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got a Thursday matinee on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Minnesota Twins. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. So the New York Yankees have taken the first two games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique challenges. So we'll see what those are today, but there's always a little extra motivation when you have an opportunity to sweep a series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go, and today's starting pitcher, number 58. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. Swing and a miss, strike one.
No balls, 1 strike.
First pitch, 12-10.
Here comes the 0-1. To the right side. Finds its way through, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, the second baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Still hitless in the series. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Cabrera around second, headed for third. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
So up next, Brett Myers. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. Swing and a bouncer. Toss to Bell. One out in the top of the first.
Batting fourth, the right fielder.
Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. It features a great veteran presence, Aaron Judge.
We are watching one of the greatest hitters that has ever lived. You're talking about a career OPS over 1,000. Think of the other names in the conversation with this guy. Rogers Hornsby, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Ted Williams, Babe Ruth. Just amazing.
Lined, and that's a base hit. 1 run's in. The second run scores. It's 2-zip.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
1 down. Runner at first. Here comes Cody Bellinger. That's a little bit low. Bellinger measures 6 feet 4 inches. 28 years old. And he's a former Rookie of the Year. And a pitch. 2 runs across in the inning. Here in the third and final game of the series. The pitch. That one misses, and that's ball 2.
2-2.
And down on strikes. 2 down.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
That
Ball.
one missed. And a big swing and a miss.
Clearly he was
One
sitting on a
ball,
fastball
two
right
strikes.
there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. And that will end the inning. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Yankees 2 and the Twins nothing. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher Clark Schmidt. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environments. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Byron Buxton stands in
No
now
ball.
and watches
1 strike.
strike 1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Out to short. Throws to first.
Yeah, you're out.
That takes care of Buxton.
Batting second.
Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs. Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And here comes Carlos Correa. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
Two outs. Line drive. Hauls it in to end the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. And they're down 2-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the DH, Jesus Sanchez.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Check swing, went around. 0-1.
1 strike.
Yeah, it's strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
That
1-2.
one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Wouldn't
Ball,
chase
no.
that time.
It's a good take.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
The punch out there. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And now Austin Wells. 1 out, base is empty. Next pitch is outside. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one.
I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. Feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Right through there for a strike.
One
I think
ball,
that's
2
fair.
strikes.
I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said.
Ball
And there's
2.
a ball. One down, base is empty. That
That's a
one
ball.
missed.
Full count.
Ripped to third. Gathers
Out.
and throws to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Fastball
Batting
groomed right down the middle.
the shortstop,
Usually a lot of damage done with that
Anthony
pitch. A hard grounder,
Volpe.
but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Anthony Volpe at the plate with 2 away.
0-1.
Swings through that one. Good
Ball
eye right
inside.
there. Two out, space is empty. Falling
Ball
behind
inside.
2-1. Two down, nobody on. And strike 2.
2-2.
Ripped towards third. Throws to first in
Out.
time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back in Minnesota,
Leading off
ready to
for the
go for the
Twins.
last half of the inning.
The
Now the third
baseman,
baseman, Royce Lewis.
Lewis.
Schmidt back to work. Curveball drops in for a strike.
Ball.
Outside low, and it's 1-1. And here it comes. Now fly ball to right center. Bellinger sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the right fielder.
Matt Wallner will hit next.
Wallner.
2 for 8 in the series so far. Swings and misses. Strike
ball.
1.
One strike.
Schmidt. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Next
Ball 1.
offering is in the dirt.
1-2.
That one to first. And he takes it
That's an
himself
out.
for the out.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a
The first
chance to get
baseman,
through these first 2 innings with
Brandon
under 20 pitches.
Belt.
That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
A
Ball
little
2.
bit low.
2 balls. No strikes.
Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. On the ground right side. Chisholm. That's the third
He's
out.
out.
Nothing doing here for the Twins. They trail things here 2-0. Top half of the
Leading
third
off
inning,
the
and here is
the third
Oswaldo
baseman,
Cabrera.
Oswaldo Cabrera.
And he deals. They say you win.
0-1.
And that one clips the corner. Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Popped in the air, left field. Larnach hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Brett.
Now it's the switch-hitting
Myers.
outfielder, Brett Myers. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And downstairs.
1-0.
That one ripped. Buxton ranging back. Hauls it in on the warning track. Offense held in check there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 2 and the Twins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third. Ryan Jeffers at the plate.
Jeffers.
And the right-hander back to work. There's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Ball 1 there. The wind of the pitch. And that one cutting but missing down low. The wind of the pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And the pitch. Stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. He forced a lot of pitches to be thrown and ends up collecting a hit.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up, and right there we see the result.
Here's Trevor Larnach.
Too much swing and miss in his at-bats recently, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. Chisholm over to second, throw to first, but he beat it. And next for Minnesota, Edouard Julien.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Larnach leads off first with 1 away. And that's in for a strike. Got it by him for the K.
Really nice sequence for the quick strikeout right there. A couple of breaking balls to get ahead 0-2. Then pump the hard stuff by him for strike 3. And I like that he didn't mess around. Sometimes guys, they like to get too cute. They waste a pitch here or there and then find themselves back into a hitter's count. But right there, he had him right where he wanted him and pitched him aggressively to get the strikeout.
Here's Byron Buxton. Foul ball there. Two outs. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. One left for Minnesota. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back at Target Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Aaron Judge. The pitch. Hammers that one, curling down the line and foul. And it's even up. There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the wall. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
He was all over that one. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So man aboard. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Bellinger hammers one. Deep to right. Back there. Out of here. A monster shot to right. His second homer this series. It's 4-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Goldie stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
1 ball, no strikes.
Nobody on, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And 1-2.
One of the better pitches he's thrown in this game, but he just hasn't been able to do it enough, unfortunately. You know, he could be getting a feel for that slider, though, so maybe that's something he can build off of.
Next offering is down low. And another ball.
Full count.
Payoff pitch. Got him swinging.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Kicks and fires. Not close with that one. 2-1. Righty to the plate.
Ball,
And that's
no.
outside.
Really good take,
Full
especially
count.
with 2 strikes.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Liner caught it second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Well,
And next for New York, Austin Wells. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one lifted to left. Larnach in position. Makes the catch. And that is that. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And now
off
the
for the
DH,
Twins,
Jose Miranda.
the designated hitter.
Miranda, 25 years old,
Miranda.
a former first-round pick back in 2016. Strike 1.
Well, these Twins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the grab. 1 down.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the
The batter,
zone. You
number
just keep
4.
working the corners
Shortstop,
and expanding that strike
Carlos.
zone and beyond, and they just keep
Correa.
eating right out of your hand.
Correa
No, that's
takes
the
a
ball.
ball as he stands in for the second time. The Twins down by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That smash towards center. Bellinger puts it away. Out number 2.
Up next for the Twins,
Here's Royce Lewis.
the third baseman.
He's 0 for 1.
Lewis.
Ball.
Just off the inside edge. That clips the zone. Strike 1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
2 down, nobody on. And it
Just
goes
foul.
just foul. Swung on, belted. That one back there. And that gets down in the corner. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Everything came together for him. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Man at second here with 2 away. Now it's the right fielder, Matt Wallner.
No.
Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Man at second. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Left-hand batter waits. On the ground, right side. Over to Goldie.
Got him. That's
And
out.
that is the inning. So they can't do anything with a 2-out double. We're headed to the 5th. The Yankees 4 and the Twins nothing. And we're back.
Leading
New
off
inning
on
getting started. And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That's a strike.
Got it started a little too early.
No
Strike
ball,
1.
1 strike.
The
Ball.
shortstop takes the ball. The 1-1.
High, 2.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Swing and a miss. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
The 0-1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
0-2 now. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Tosses to first, and the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in now. 1 for 2. Swings through that one for strike 1.
No ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th.
No.
And ball 1. And now 1-2.
1-2.
Got it. The big righty strikes out the side.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back in Minnesota. And here's the first baseman, Brandon
The
Belt.
first baseman, Brandon Belt.
And a pitch. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
Well, these Twins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times.
Up next
and
from
it just
Minnesota,
doesn't look like they're
the
seeing it
catcher,
very well as a group.
Ryan
Here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
No.
Next pitch is downstairs.
2-0 to count.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball
Just
3.
missed.
He hasn't fallen
3-0.
behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And there's the automatic. Fly ball to right. Sizing this one up. And there's 2 down.
The left fielder, number 9.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for Minnesota, Trevor Larnach. Left field. And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a bloop hit behind third right there. And that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to. And the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Here's a speed threat. Edouard Julien. That catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Missed inside with the curve.
1-1.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
Man on second, 2 down. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
2-2.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Twins wind up stranding 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Danny Coulombe. He last pitched 2 days ago.
For the Twins, number 54, Danny Coulombe.
And now the big-time power threat, Brett Myers. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. And a pitch. And that one fouled off. The pitch. And it's fouled away. And that's down and away.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
On the ground. And foul ball. That
2-2.
one not close. 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Next,
Well, just a little cut fastball on the inside part of the plate and couldn't get the barrel to it at all. Just kind of tied him up there right under the hands. Tells me he's probably looking soft away and just wasn't able to adjust.
That one fouled off. Coulombe fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. The Judge takes a strike.
And although you like the fact that guy throws strikes, guy gets contact, and not always great contact, the fact that when you have runners on, if that ball's in play, there's still a good chance that a run gets pushed across, whether it's earned or not.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Command in the zone is such a crucial part of it, right?
It's not just throwing strikes, but it's throwing quality strikes and it's having quality misses as well. What's a quality miss? Missing just off the plate rather than over the plate.
At the belt and fires. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Yankees 4 and the Twins nothing. Bottom of the 6th. And now here is Byron Buxton.
Byron.
The right-hander back to work.
Hook one.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
There's a swing and a miss.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him. He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Miranda at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there. Oh, nice play. And that's a great play for the out.
The batter, number 4.
Man, a lot going on that play. Diving stop to his right in that hole. And then gets up and takes it himself. Man, it's a one-man show.
Now Correa up to hit. That one's in there. 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Wouldn't chase that time. And that's just foul. The Yanks leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Bounce to the right side. Jazz tosses to first, and Correa retired. And the Twins go 1-2-3. Twins retired in short order. They trail it here 4-0. Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, Brock Stewart.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And here it comes. Stewart, in his 3rd season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slurve, a cutter, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. And the 0-1.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
The pitch.
Ball. 2 balls. 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's the first out in the top of the 7th.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. That misses, and now it's even 1-1. And another ball.
2 balls. 1 strike.
Righty delivers.
2.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed.
1 ball. 1 strike.
And look out as that one ran in and got him.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh
Now
no
batting,
moment for the
shortstop,
pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch, and most of the time it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
Volpe now in the box, comes up empty
0-1.
with a swing there.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
There might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Wells, the runner at first with two gone. And it skips in the dirt. Two outs. That one misses. And now 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And that's
the
ball
ball.
4.
Take your base.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Oswaldo Cabrera. Misses again, 5 in a row.
Well, he's already in some
No
trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. First and second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. And it finds its way through for a hit around third. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Cole Sands gets the ball now.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And the Yankees leave him loaded, but they lead it 4-0. Bottom of the seventh. Here's the third baseman, Royce Lewis.
The third baseman, Royce Lewis.
Schmidt back to work. And that one is inside. Next pitch in for a strike, and 1-1.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
That's inside. Ball 2. On the ground to Jazz. In plenty of time to first, and one away in the bottom of the seventh.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Wallner, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exact.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And in one hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. Judge hustles it back in, and they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Man at second with one away. And now the first baseman, Brandon Bell. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it goes just foul.
These fans, they are ready to cheer about something.
One out and a runner at second. Here at the bottom of the seventh.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 4-1. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And the righty deals. That to right. Judge is under it. And makes the grab. And that is that. But they push across 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. The Yankees 4 and the Twins 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 39. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Brett Myers stepping in now for the Yankees.
Brett Myers.
And the pitch. That one's in there. And that's strike 1. Fastball for a strike. The 0-2. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
You know, the best way to forget about the pain is inflicting some pain, and working your way around the bases and touching home plate is a way to stick it to that other team.
Throw to first, and he's back in on a dive. Judge in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Righty to the plate. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. Yankees up by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. That misses the zone, and it's 1-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Roll to short, could be 2. To second for 1. How about that double play?
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. He's already homered here in this one. The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Buxton moves under it. Makes the catch, inning over. Back at target field, on to the bottom of the 8th.
The left fielder, Trevor Larnach.
Mark Leiter Jr. will take over here.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Jr.
Here comes a pitch. That one hammered left field. That's back. And forget it. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And they cut into the deficit. It's 4-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Yeah, the batter now, Edouard Julien. In there, and it's 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Out to short. Volpe throws it to first in time. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Byron Buxton, the next Twin up to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. He was late there, strike 1.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Myers makes the grab for the second out.
The designated hitter, Jose.
So now here's the DH, Jose Miranda. That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And the inning is over. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now 4-2. Welcome back. And here comes the closer, Yohan Duran.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
The wind of the pitch. Way high.
1-0.
Foul ball.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
The wind to kick the pitch. That one misses, and it's 2-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. That one back there. Gone. Home run number 10 on the year, and they add a run. It's 5-2.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That pitch looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out, at least to bring it around belt level, but that one just stayed up, and with that kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there.
Next is the designated hitter, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1.
One strike.
Left-hand hitter waits. That
Ball
one
one.
missed.
1-1.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the ninth. Sanchez checks his swing, appeal to third, didn't go. And the right-hander deals.
Ball, no. That's a
3-1,
ball.
and he couldn't
Take
come
your
up
base.
with it.
The catcher, number 28.
Man at first, Austin Wells. Stepping in now for the Yankees. That one catches the corner for a strike. Nobody out, runner at first.
Ball
And
one.
takes low for ball one. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Registers the punch out and hits 101.
I'll see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Fly ball down the line. That gets down for a hit. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. Back to the top of the Yankee order, and stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Buxton makes the play. Runners tagging from second and third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and they lead by 4.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball, just couldn't get it to drop in.
On the mound now for the Twins, Griffin Jacks. And up next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Volpe at third with 2 away. Up the middle. He's in there.
He made it.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but
Now back.
very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. And next for New York, Brett Myers. And there's a foul ball. And a pitch. Fought off foul. And he deals. Next
Ball.
offering is outside.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
That misses the zone. It's 2-2.
Ball
Just missed.
Full count.
Aaron Judge waiting to hit for the Yankees. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a 3-2. And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Clips the corner. That's strike one.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And
1-1.
ball 1 to Judge. That's
2-1.
inside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2-1 on Judge. There's a strike. 95 of that one. And a good eye there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know
Full
how you
count.
take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Cody Bellinger on deck for the Yankees. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. And they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
The center fielder, number 35.
So 2 down.
Cody
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's already homered in this game. That's
1.
down and in. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs. Bases are full.
Hit
Fastball
hard.
for a strike. Two outs. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So they get 3 runs in the inning, but they also leave the bases loaded. High to the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Yankees 7 and the Twins 2. back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Ian Hamilton
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Three, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And now for the Twins, Carlos Correa. The pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
Right-handed reliever. And that's a base hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Lewis.
So digging in, Royce Lewis. 1 for 3. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And a foul ball. The Yankees leading by 5 here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Walker batting with one down, takes a strike.
0-1.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Swing and a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, and that's the ball game.
9 wins in a row. It's such a good feeling right now with this club that no one wants to be the player that causes the team to lose. In fact, they're looking at ways, each player, every day they come to the ballpark, how can I help us win today? And this is a great feeling. It's like being in the playoffs when individual statistics don't matter. It's all about the team W.
7-2 your final here today. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees, 7 runs on 9 hits.